people who are giving them a bad name. They're totally functional.
Yeah.
There was like a crew of dudes on birds.
Yeah, crews. If you are with more than one person and it's not your mom.
Yeah.
Now.
There was a crew of like 10 guys.
It's the
deep
wild kids.
on birds in like a formation coming down the Venice boardwalk.
Those guys are having a great time. I
It's
bet
like
you
a
their
year ago.
mummies made them food. They don't have to worry about a lot of things. That is a fun day. You're just hating.
Well,
I wish I was young again and I had that many friends on birds and we all had
dancing.
like soda in our fridges at home with our parents.
Raging 12 miles an hour at a time.
I was dancing
Is that how
with
fast
my
they go?
daughter,
15.
and I backed up purposely to get in their way. And I
Oh.
was like, just gonna fuck with them, being a dick. And they got within like 10 meters of me, and I realized it was Conor McGregor.
Oh.
And I was like, well, I better get out of the way. Let's just move real quick.
No. Should have ran him over.
Yeah, he'll plow you over and then like Fortnite dance over your
Oh,
Connor's
fucking
body.
run these scooters! Fucking idiot.
This
I
is
was
not
telling
your
my
fucking
wa-
city.
I tell my wife I'm becoming more of a Khabib fan every day. There's a guy that is like getting bummed out at the gimmick. I mean, that's what Conor is the gimmick. I mean, I love the stand-up. I love the fighting. But when it comes to the talking, I'm more in Khabib's corner than I am in Conor's.
Did you always hate his shit talk gimmick?
No, I just felt like maybe it was the first time where I liked it. It was the first person I ever saw do it where I liked it. And then I think maybe everybody else copying him and then him sort of, you know, and this is my opinion, so it doesn't mean anything, but it just seems like Conor's doing a Conor. You know, like he's got everybody else is doing Conor McGregor, so now he's got to do Conor McGregor on steroids, and it's just, I just want to see the fight. I mean, with all the Logan Paul and all the other stuff that's happened lately, I just want to see a fight. You know, and when someone keeps talking about, I just want to fight him, I don't really care about all this other shit. If you want to sell whiskey, that's great, but I'm here to fight. I immediately have, you know what I mean, changed sides because, you know what I mean,
Khabib wants to pray and fight.
I'm anti-business.
Khabib wants to pray and fight.
You don't know. You know what? I was thinking about that. That is what he would like you to think, but I don't think he's all that either. I don't think. I think he can't speak English, so that makes it tough for him to come back, but he would definitely love to keep bullshitting. I think he has an ego that is fucking incomprehensible, and the only reason we haven't got a load of it yet is because he can't speak English. I don't know how fucking humble that dude is. I don't. Anyway, doesn't he take money off, like, did he take money off really powerful bad people? I mean, he is in cahoots with those guys,
but
right?
I think your idea of what are really bad people is different than a Dagestani. I think
The dude that always hangs out with Fedor's brother.
You're talking about the president of that smaller Russian country that the Chechen.
Yeah, he didn't kill a bunch of people, women and children and shit. He ain't that kind of guy.
He says he wants to kill people like homosexuals, and that if he knows that they're in his country, they will be executed.
Okay, so
He's bad. He's a bad. The Chechen president is an MMA fighter himself and a terrible human being.
Okay.
He's a scumbag.
and you know, you're a hardcore. I just don't trust either one of them. I think they know people that have done really, really bad things to people. I think they associate with really, really bad people, and I don't think you have to do that to be the champion of the world. I think it sounds attractive, and they've all gone for it in one version or another. But when it comes to the pump up for the fight, I don't give a shit about anybody's whiskey. It's kind of an insult. Sure, if you tied it in there, then you put it on the board or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe it was extra funny, but it just wasn't funny. It's just more gimmicks. And like I said, I don't know if maybe Khabib has a bunch of gimmicks in Turkestan that we're not, and he's like he's a joker and he drives around a Porsche, but he seems like he's just like, I'm gonna beat your ass. End of story. And I'm more into that now more than ever because the UFC, or not the UFC, MMA in a whole is you know, I mean, there's a lot more gimmick involved.
I just think the Connor kind of shit in any venue it's a lot more fun when somebody's coming up than it is when they're on top. That's just very appealing from an underdog, and it's not like a turn off from a champion. It's just not nearly as much fun. Like, I don't know, like when Oasis came out, they're like, fuck you, fuck yourself, fuck your mom. And it's like, oh God, who the fuck are these guys? Oh wow, they're actually successful. They're making this work. But then when you're actually on top, I don't know. It's like, it has nothing to do with like what's right or wrong about talking shit. It's just funnier when you're punching up than when you're punching from the top. It just is. That's not Connor's fault. In that regard, he's a little bit of a victim of his success, because if he's not, like, I thought the Mayweather thing was a little bit of a jump the shark thing in terms of me actually having fun with watching his antics.
Yeah, because he's not.
All. When Connor's being serious, I like him the most. When Connor talks about visualizing and setting goals, and when he gives kind of more of the motivational, serious side, I find him really, really likable.
Yeah, I just want to see him fight. I mean, I'll do you this. I'll leave him on. I really want to see him walk out to the fight. There you go. But as far as from anything else, I don't need to see any more shit. You know, I just get play your Sinead O'Connor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Get her to walk out in front of you if you got to, but let's do this. You know, because I'm done. You know what I mean? After this, I'm looking forward to your banter of bullshit, but quite frankly, I'm just not. I mean, you kind of lost to Nate. You know, you lost one time straight up. Can you not chew into the microphone anymore, Catherwood? And you did win by decision in the second one. I do believe that, but it's not. You didn't demolish him, and if he was going to fight Khabib, who would think he was going to win that? I guess maybe you'd actually think he'd do well, right?
Well, I actually feel like with his reach, probably could do some things.
Right, and if he's on his back, he's got all that jiu-jitsu to cause him a problem. So,
Nate's guard is fucking awesome.
Okay, you're right. But it just seems like it's not the only guy in the world. But if he wins this, I mean, that's it. He's back in the absolute shit on everybody, because he's painted himself into this corner where this is the payback, man. This is where this is the fight that nobody thought he would take, because he's going to get shit whipped. And all the people that said they told you so all get to go, I told you so. So if he wins this, it's bigger than Jose Aldo. It's bigger.
Oh yeah.
Jose was feared at the time, but not like this guy. I think the only thing they don't fear about Khabib is maybe Khabib isn't looking like he's doing mad damage in the last couple. Like, you look like you might get beat, demoralized, but you're not going to get hurt. You know what I mean? I think there was a time there where Jose Aldo looked like if you were going to fight him, he was going to fly up your face and knee you in the head and knock you unconscious. He just seemed more fight-ending kind of guy.
Khabib hasn't lost a round.
I know, but Khabib didn't look that impressive in the last couple, and that's all we're basing. But you can't base it off anything else.
The Al Iaquinta fight definitely took his stock down.
Right, and then the other fight before that, and before that, he's taking shots standing up. It's not impossible to do, and I think he held down spin kick guy
Edson
Barbosa, but Edson Barbosa is not good at scrambling and getting back to his feet. Not like I think. It's two people going on here, and I have to believe the first one is Conor is doing everything that he could ever do to fight Khabib from right after Floyd, and he has wrestling people, and he has got way better, and there is actually going to be enough of a difference where it's going to cause Khabib enough trouble where it'll wear him out, and Conor can, beat him up on the feet. Or his jiu-jitsu is so good now that he's getting taken down, but he can just stay there and not get submitted or broken open too much for 2 rounds until he's tired, and then knock him out on the feet. All those ones just sound so risky. I'm going to go on the ground for 10 minutes with Khabib and not be destroyed enough to get him in the third.
I don't know everything that goes on in Conor's camp, but I follow it pretty closely, and I haven't heard of him taking in super high level wrestlers.
Right,
But
he's just got that one dude that lives up his butt that copies him and can't punch.
But
The
he did
Bellator guy.
get Dylan Dennis. To
Yeah. Which I don't. I mean, Dylan is really good on the ground, man. And look, I get if you know that you're going to get taken down, and like maybe there's a thing where they're like, look, sure, we could get like the greatest, get an Olympic gold medalist right now and get him in the camp and wrestle for 6 months.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll stuff Khabib one time? Probably not.
Yeah.
What about this? What about if you give me enough jiu-jitsu? Because he's not the best jiu-jitsu guy. He's the best at holding you down. Maybe he can learn sneaky shit that gets a foot around enough for him to scramble and get back to his feet. And they worked on that more than they worked on getting taken down.
Chael was talking about how it's probably a good idea not to bring in, Jordan Burroughs or some amazing wrestler, because all you're going to do is get demoralized for an hour and 20 minutes every day.
Right.
It's not going to help.
It seems like it's more of a 10-year thing to get that. Right. You don't get that in the camp.
Yeah.
But I believe that there's jiu-jitsu stuff that you can learn with repetition in a camp where that can be programmed into your body, and that you can use that as an escape. And him escaping once or twice, if he escapes 3 times, I think Khabib, his tank would be fucked, and then Conor could go off to the races on him. So it's not that, he has these options. He has, but man, when you're a guy that just holds people down and you're really good at it, and you're inflicting damage the whole time, why would he get out? Nobody else did.
Connor's Instagram has all these like artfully produced compilation videos.
That's McGregor Productions, Michael.
That's right. And Khabib's just says 10 days until the history.